5:22 on this Thursday morning. Time to get our ag news and say hello again to Mr. Bob Bosold.
Good morning, Bob. Boy, you get up and get out in the mornings like this, and you can tell firsthand the seasons are a-changing, aren't they?
They are. Actually, I drove over to the Twin Cities yesterday with a group of high school students. They went to see the Minneapolis Institute of Art, and I'll tell you, that's near a park there, and the trees there were just spectacular over there. So.
Yeah, there are some places where it's just unbelievable. The only problem is they're going to fall, and somebody's got to pick them up.
Well, that's what the Mother Nature and the wind is for.
Yeah, it's a good trade-off because the beauty here is, I've seen people from other parts of the country, and they see our fall foliage, and they just can't believe it. They're from out west in the mountains where it's all pine trees and green all the time, and we've got something that they really like to see. So
yeah, it was definitely
enjoy
a beautiful fall here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time of the year, that's for sure. Well, let's take a look at our farm news this morning, shall we? Speak, and ye shall be heard. That's what happened at the Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection regarding public comments regarding proposed fee increases for the livestock industry. Earlier, during the rulemaking process, DATCAP officials came up with new, higher-cost set of fees for anyone in the commercial livestock industry in the state. But people working in the industry were upset over how big those fee increases would be. So by the hundreds and maybe even thousands, they let their opinions be known during the public comment period. Now DATCAP officials say that since the pushback has been so huge, they are reconsidering their proposed fee increases and will make some adjustments in their original proposal. As of now, they aren't saying how much their proposals will be reduced or when they will release the new numbers to the industry. They are saying the first look at the new numbers could be at the December board meeting of DATCAP, but that's could be, not definite. Well, as the corn harvest wraps up around the country and with the government still shut down, it's hard to get accurate numbers on the progress or the size of the crop. So some private companies are doing their own polling of farmers about this year's corn crop. One of those is Wiffles Hybrid. That's a seed company located in Illinois. Now, their numbers show a good but not great corn crop this year. In their more than 700 test plots around the Corn Belt, average yields 241 bushels an acre, and that's good, but it's down slightly from their 247 bushel average of last year. And depending on the states, the results were mixed. In Minnesota, yields up 30 bushels an acre this year. South Dakota yields up about 19 bushels. But in the big states, Illinois yields are down 8 bushels an acre from last year. Iowa corn yields, they're estimating, are down 21 bushels an acre. They blame the lower yields on diseases like tar spot and southern rust. And about 100 years ago, in case you didn't know it, Wisconsin was the leading wheat-growing state in the country, but disease and insects changed all that. Now the big wheat-growing states, of course, are out west, Kansas, and out in Oregon and places like that. This year's National Wheat Yield Contest verifies the West is where it's at for wheat. The Bin Buster winner this year is from Twin Falls, Idaho. Riley Reynolds grew an irrigated soft winter wheat that yielded just over 228 bushels an acre. That's the second highest yield ever in that contest. But Wisconsin was represented in the dryland winter wheat category. Steve Wilkins from Random Lake finished fourth in the nation with a yield of 161.48 bushels an acre. The winner in that category had a crop of 198.32 bushels an acre. That's a lot of wheat. Well, let's see what the prices were for those products. In the market yesterday, Board of Trade was a little higher. Yesterday, China did confirm some of those tariff numbers. And overnight, though, December corn did come down a fraction, sitting at $4.33. That December wheat price down 3 cents, $5.51. Soybeans, a good day in the day trade yesterday, but down a dime overnight, sitting at $11.23 on the January contract. Cheese prices were unchanged yesterday for both barrels and blocks, but this butter is getting to be almost giveaway prices now, down 2 3/4 cents to $1.47 1/4. Class 3 futures, near months were higher. November up 7 cents. December back over $17, up 14 cents yesterday at $17.02. January up 8 at $16.53. Then prices started to go lower, and they were lower all the way out through next summer. So that's where we are this morning, Bob. And again, another Another beautiful day to go out and see the foliage in Wisconsin.
You know, Bob, now that Ellie left, I might have to add you to our NFL picks. I might send you a quick email.
All right.
And then we can get, we pick 4 games, and we'll pick 4 later today. I'm going to send you a quick email, and then we can have, Bob Bosold in the standings, too.
Well, Bob Bosold doesn't have any more insight than anybody else.
But you do.
Well, we follow it, but
it's always
whether
fun,
or not that, how many people picked the Packers to lose to Carolina last weekend?
I know a lot of people that had the Packers in their survival pool and were eliminated.
Yep, exactly. So you never know, that's for sure.
All right, Bob.
That's why they play the game,
That's
as
right.
somebody famous once said. Hey, have a good one, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Bye-bye.
It's an American Gothic morning. Hello, Wisconsin.